Hi, good afternoon, and welcome to another session of Tarot with Dimple. From today, that is, we would be handling your queries regarding relationship, jobs, and everything. We have Dimple joining us today. Dimple Mehra is a renowned astrologer and clairvoyant, as well as a tarot card reader. In continuation, as we discussed last week, we would also, apart from how you'll meet your soulmate, we'll also have Dimple answering your queries. Hi, Dimple. Welcome to the show.
Hello, Kanika. Thank you so much for inviting me. It's always a pleasure to be here on times.
Wonderful. All right. So let's just quickly get started. As we discussed, we would also start answering queries regarding, whatever questions our audience or viewers have. So we have our first request, and that is from Roshni. Roshni Sen wants to understand when would I get a job switch?
Sure, Roshni. So let me answer this for you.
While I'll just quickly tell everyone, Dimple is reading her tarot cards. And all right, so let's go ahead.
Roshni, there is, yet, some time left for it. Perhaps, 6 to 8 months, which are left for a job switch. There is a possibility you may get the job switch, based on a meeting with a friend of yours. So you need to meet out people in cafes for a short while, and, they will, help you get the job of your choice.
All right. All right, Roshni, I hope that helps for everybody else who's joining us now. In case you have any questions regarding anything under the sun, you can always ask Dimple. If you have your date of birth, time of birth, and place of birth, then she'll help you with an astrological prediction, or else she'll help you with a tarot card
In
reading.
Yes, for
I'm
tarot,
sorry.
I don't need all those details.
For tarot, we just need your name. All right, let's move on to our next
Yes.
query. It's from Ankit Kumar. He wants to understand if
Mm-hmm.
he'll have a love marriage. He shared his date of birth, but place and time is not known. So I think we'll just stick
No
with the
problem.
name.
We'll check through cards.
Okay.
Ankit, you've been escaping the arranged marriage thing, but arranged marriage is actually pre-written for you. You will get a very good soulmate via the reference of your mother's friend or friend circle.
All right, Ankit. So it's going to be arranged marriage for you. All right, let's move on. Shobhit, he has shared his date of birth, time of birth as well. Date of birth is 3rd September 1997, and
Sorry, what did you say?
3rd September
3rd September
19,
96.
time is 10:07 p.m., and he is from Patna. So he wants to know if he can have a girlfriend.
So he's interested in having a girlfriend.
Yes. So I guess that's the how I'll find my soulmate. So whether it's going to be a love marriage, arranged marriage, girlfriend. So let's just get there. Um,
So you need to control your anger issues. The cards as well as your kundli, both of them confirm that the way you lose your temper, actually makes this as a shortcoming in front of your friends and the people who are wanting to approach you for love marriage purposes. So try controlling your anger, otherwise you will always regret.
all right. All right, Shobit, take care of the anger issues, and let's hope all the best for your love life. We'll move on to our next one. Akanksha Madheshia wants to know when she'll get a government job. Okay.
Well, government job is very difficult for you, Akansha. It looks more of a multinational job for you. However, right now cards are not so favorable for a government job. I'm so sorry about that.
All right. Okay, so we'll move on to our next query quickly. That is from Shushant Vaidya. He wants to understand financial growth kab hoga. And I'll urge our viewers to ask point. questions, in case they want an extended, reply on that. Please be very, very specific about the kind of questions that you're asking. All right.
So 2 years are going to be challenging for you. I feel, not before the third year, you will have the financial growth and stability. Third year onwards, things are going to be fine. As of now, you need to be very cost cautious. Avoid lending money to anyone, even if it's like $1,000, it won't come back to you. So just be careful, for the next 2 years.
All right, Shashank, you hang in there. All right, let's move on to Anagha. She wants to know if she will get a new job or not. Her name is Anagha Ganesh.
Anaka, first of all, keep your house decluttered. There is a lot of clutter around your house, or perhaps you have kept certain items in your house which are not working. Check for the watches if the cells are running out. If you are, like getting all of those repaired within 2 months, I can assure you, you'll get a job.
Okay. All right. That's a very interesting comment. We'll discuss that when we have time. We'll move on to our next query. So we have a lot of them. Anjali wants to know would she get married to Avinash? She has shared the date of birth for both, but she's not shared the place. So I'm not divulging that.
Please
Anjali
check some
wants to
tarot in
know,
that case.
Anjali wants to know if she'll get married to Avinash. And बात चल रही है but reply नहीं आया है देखने के बाद. Please tell मैम.
Sorry, Anjali, right now you are not on top of his mind. There is a possibility he might be talking to other people also. And there are challenges, with regards to this relationship. So I would suggest you keep your options open. There is a possibility you may attract someone better in another 8 to 10 months' time.
All right, Anjali, all the best for that. We'll move on to next query. That is Khushi. Khushi Kishore wants to know if her parents will agree for love marriage for her. So that's a lot of marriage and love. We still have our queries on and jobs today.
Sorry,
So
I lost you there. She wants to know
Khushi
if
wants to know
the
if her
parents will.
will agree for a love marriage. Yes. For everybody else who's joining, you can share any questions that you have for
So,
Dimple.
Kushi, if you're already in a relationship with someone, I would suggest you. Okay, so Kushi, if you're already in a relationship with someone, I would suggest you introduce your, lover at the time of someone's marriage. It could be a cousin's marriage, your own sibling's marriage. There is a high possibility your parent may accept them. If not, then definitely this marriage is going to bring in the prospect for you. So your wedding bells will ring at the time when the marriage is happening of, someone in your close family.
Okay. Okay. So, again, another question on arranged love marriage. Shahida Sayyed wants to know if she'll have an arranged marriage or a love marriage and when will she get married.
Okay. So it's going to be a clear case of arranged marriage.
Okay.
And the arranged marriage, yet there are 3 years for it. You will get good prospects. You may get, prospects from foreign countries also. So the choice will be yours. Your parents may be perhaps, like compelling you for, taking the decisions. But trust me, ultimately, you will get married to a person of your choice and your liking.
Okay. All right. All the best, Shahida. We'll move on to Deepthi. She also wants to know if she'll get married to her boyfriend. She has shared her date of birth and not her full name. So, Deepthi has the reading for you.
So at the moment, there are a lot of difficulties which I see, Dipti, either from your side or his side. There is a possibility that you all might break up and get into an arranged marriage setup. Mostly, it feels that like he will get into that arranged marriage setup first, or perhaps his parent may commit to someone because of which you will be compelled to get into an arranged marriage or yourself.
Okay, we'll move on quickly to another one. But before we do that, Dimple, I wanted to ask that you keep talking and asking people to declutter your houses. So, could you tell us the astrological significance of decluttering the houses?
Absolutely. So, cluttered places, bring a lot of negativity. So, in science, we learn potential energies and, kinetic energy. So, I'm sorry, I'm not a science student, but we need to, move the way, Ashok Chakra has that wheel, as well as, we call, life as a circle. Even Earth is, spherical. So,
Yeah.
life has to move on. You just can't keep, one thing stagnant in one place. Otherwise, the negative energy gets blocked over there.
Okay. All right. Okay. So let's move on to. Thanks, Dimple, for that. We'll move on to our next request. This comes from David Manandhar, and he wants to know about his financial conditions. He's from Nepal. He's also shared his date of birth, but time nahi hai. So we'll continue with the tarot. David wants to understand his financial conditions. He is from Nepal.
See, with you, what happens is you have success only after hard work. I will give you one simple remedy that will actually improve your financial, position. First is like every Friday, if you can keep, the goddess of your religion, some amount of kheer. Kheer could also mean, some amount of rice, like one spoon of boiled rice with one spoon of milk and some pistachio, pista in it, or perhaps like elaichi in it. That will be beneficial for you. You will be able to have better financial circumstances than what you are currently into. But definitely, your life is full of hardships. Don't be scared. Saturn is definitely going to give you good results. Just do the remedy that I'm telling you.
All right. Okay. We'll move on to our next caller. That's Anjali. She wants to know how she'll meet her future spouse and how will they be married. How would the married life be? And that's very, I'm sorry, I do not understand the query, Anjali. And future spouse, age 27, single. So I'm not sure as to what that question is, but she wants to understand when she'll meet her future spouse and how would the married life be.
So basically, the future spouse, this entire rishta is going to be like an arranged marriage rishta, and it will happen when your parent will visit someone who is not keeping up with good health. So in a hospital kind of a setup or at home, when the other person is on the bed rest, there is a possibility the relatives who have come to meet this sick person, they will talk about the prospect, and this is how you will meet via them.
Okay. All right. I hope that answers your query, Anjali. Yolanda, Yolanda David wants to understand, will I find love this year? She is 49.
There are a lot of challenges. Actually, the thing is this that we all need to have, a small checklist. I think, like my demands with regards to my man, has, reduced to someone who can make me very peaceful, at a certain age. So you need to, be first of all in, control of your checklist. If you do that, definitely the marriage is, meant to, for you. A relationship is meant for you, but after September, not before that.
Okay. All right. Channa Kumari wants to know, when will the kids get settled in life? One son is 30 years and a daughter is 25 years old.
So with regards to Sun, he has to pick up, something which is related to, travel. So only when he's onto a job where he's traveling a lot, there is a possibility he will not only get financially secure, but also on the relationship part he will get secured. When it comes to the daughter, again with daughter also there is a possibility you may attract someone for from the medical fraternity. That person could be from a pharma company, could be a doctor who could get married to your daughter. And there is a possibility that anything that she chooses in the science stream, with regards to job also, she may attract someone over there also.
Okay. All right. I hope that answers your questions, Chanda. We'll move on to the next one. That's Shanikwa. I hope I'm saying the name right. Wants to know if Dean and I will get back together and get married. So Shanikwa and Dean. She shared the date of birth also, but we're gonna go with the tarot because.
I'm sorry, right now I pulled out as many cards as I could. I can see a lot of complexities in this relationship, and with after a lot of dramas also, this doesn't seem to be happening. You could just come on and off to each other, but it will be absolutely waste of time. So I would suggest move on.
All right. Let's hope you get some strength to do that, Shanikwa. We'll move to another one. Ayush is wants to understand how will the future and career be. He's also shared his date, time, and place. So, would you like to do an astrological reading for
Yeah, sure, why
Ayush?
not?
Ayush has 25th Jan 2005. Time is 2:13 p.m. and
You said
place.
2005, correct?
Yes, 25th December, January, sorry, 2005. Time is 2:13 p.m. and place of birth is Garwa, Jharkhand. He wants to understand about his future and career prospects. Our viewers, we would request you to please share your date of birth, time of birth, and place of birth in case you want to understand basis your astrological charts. However, in case you do not have that information, Dimple would be happy to do a tarot read for you and answer your queries that you might have. Also, we have a dedicated email for your questions. That's tea time tarot at gmail.com. That is also available on our website, timesnownews.com/spiritual. Just reach out to us and we'll answer your questions in case we're not able to answer them today. All right. I think Dimple is ready with the answer
Yeah.
for Ayush.
So yeah, for Ayush, there is a possibility you will attract someone, on your work front, from your family circle only, someone who will, suggest you a good job prospect. That person will be into, full of vices. So perhaps they could have drinking problem, or perhaps they would have a lot of, black money to them. Now, with regards to your relationship aspect, anyways, right now, situations seem to be, very difficult for you. There could be a lot of pressure on the relationship front, but things open up from the month of September. So I feel a lot of relief comes from the month of September. However, you'll be very fearful of whether times have changed or not, and whether you should get into a relationship, or whether your relationships will flourish or not. But definitely September brings in a lot of relief to you.
Okay. All right. So there's another question that I would like to know. Savera is a class 10 student and wants to know when CBSE will release the results. That's really sweet, Savera, but I think we'll take a pass on that, Dimple. That's a question we would not want to be answering. But that's very sweet, Savera. We'll just give you a quick request. All the best for your results. It's going to be good. All right, we'll move on to the next one. Shama Praveen. She wants to know if she'll get married with her ex. His name is Parvez Alam.
Avoid getting into his sweet talks. He's just, taking you around for a ride. And like, there is a possibility he may get married with someone else, but yet he will, keep on emotionally texting you. Don't get into a relationship if he's married. I would suggest you, otherwise, you'll be wasting your 2 years of precious life.
All right, Shama. I hope that answers your questions. We'll move to the next, and we'll just have, I think, two more time, requests in this session. Deepthi Kumari wants to know when she'll get married to her boyfriend. That's a very simple
Dipti
question.
Kumari wants to know when she will get what?
Get married to her boyfriend.
Okay.
So we are presuming she is in a relationship, and she wants to know about her current boyfriend.
So your man seems to be very wise. He is, saving money for the marriage purposes so that the, entire load of finances is not, like alone on you or on your family. There is a possibility in 2 years' time you guys will get married.
All right. That's good news, Deepthi. All the best. Another one, Anjali wants to know, she is 27 years old and she's saying कि मेरी marriage की बात नहीं बन पाती and शादी और future spouse कैसा होगा, parents बहुत परेशान हैं. So if you can answer for Anjali.
Anjali, I'm sorry, I hate to say this because like dowry still is a very big evil in our country. The marriage will get fixed through an arranged marriage setup. It will be like with give and take kind of a relationship wherein your parents will be compelled to give a certain amount of money. एंड जो शादी की बात नहीं बन पा रही है वो इसीलिए नहीं बन पा रही है मेजरली बिकॉज पीपल हैव लॉट ऑफ एक्सपेक्टेशंस फ्रॉम द गर्ल्स फैमिली. It will still take 1.5 year for you to get married.
All right, Anjali, you hold on to your spirits. Just remember, whatever happens, happens for the best. All right. Shubham Bharti once cheated someone. Her ex wants to know if he will also get cheated someday.
I'm sorry. See, all these relationships are karmic, not necessary that if someone cheated on you, they will also get cheated. This, thing you need to forgive, within you and that person because it was more of a karmic relationship. That's what the cards are saying. Maybe you have cheated them in the past life, though you might be a very good human being this life. So just take it as a completion of karma and forgive them and move on.
All right. Okay. So I think we will quickly wrap this up. Thank you, Dimple. That was a very interesting session. To our audience, thank you so much for joining us. Remember that Dimple joins us every Friday from 3:30 p.m. to answer your questions. We also have a dedicated email account. You can send in your queries and we can try and answer them as soon as possible. I mean, whenever, we start the show next, that is. All right. Thank you so much, guys. Have a wonderful and blessed day. Thank you, Dimple.